Come up, lovely. Thank you. This is Kelly Donahue, everybody. Hand for Kelly for coming up. She's shy like me.
I always tell this guy that I am not a public speaker, and I really don't like doing it, but he is the only person that I will speak publicly for. In October, last October, I'd gone to the doctor and, just a routine physical, and I found out that I had some abnormal cells. They said, well, we won't worry about it too much. It goes from normal, abnormal, goes to 3, seriously abnormal, and then you don't want to go to 4. So I'm like, okay. So I go back a few weeks later, and we do another biopsy, and the cells are just crazy. They're just like dividing, multiplying. I have thousands and thousands. I mean, they're just every day. The doctor didn't know what to do, and so she talked to a lot of other doctors. They decided to send me to UCSF. And so I was being seen by a team of doctors there, and they frankly didn't know what to do to stop this. They just didn't know how to stop it. So at this point, I'm 3 going to 4. And so I'm just waiting. And I'm like, okay, so I'm just waiting. And they're like, yeah, you're just waiting. I'm like, wow. So they thought about giving me this medication. It was going to be $150 for 1 dose. And I'd have to do 1 dose a week. And I was saying, well, I already pay $1,200 a month for health insurance, so that's going to kill me. But I went ahead and I got it filled, the prescription, for a month. So during all this time, this was all going on, because this started like in October, November. The last Sunday in November, after Thanksgiving, a friend of ours emailed and said, oh, come on down to Burbank, I want you to hear about this medical breakthrough. And we're like, oh, okay. Did not know what it was, anything about it. So we traveled from the Central Valley to Burbank, and we got there late, got there in the middle, and there was a man there talking about this amazing medical breakthrough. I never even knew what his name was, except that he had an Australian accent. And I remembered him from the accent. And so we left, but all the way home, I couldn't believe what he was saying, because it was the exact thing that I needed. He's talking about cells and changing cells and bad cells going good. I'm like, I can't believe I'm here. And so all the way home, I just kept saying, you know what? I believed that man. And I'm like, I just believed that man. I believed that story. I believed he went through that. And I'm going to do it. And so the next day, the very next morning, I ordered the product. I mean, I was even an associate. I just signed on and started taking the product. And so had been on the product for that was like, I started December 4th, and then just this last May, I went and had my follow-up and my biopsy. I went for my results. This whole team of doctors come in at UCSF. They all enter the room, all these nurses. I got a little nervous when the nurses came in too, because I'm like, wow, this is like everybody. They all came in, and they were all coming in to say goodbye to me, that there was absolutely nothing wrong with me. I had not one abnormal cell in my body. So I was a little nervous, because when I got the prescription, I really didn't know what to do. I'm like, oh well, here's the prescription, here's the ASEA prescription, ASEA. So I'm like, well, I started this December 4th, so either I really believe this, I really believe that Australian man, or I didn't. And I didn't take that prescription. I only did the ASEA, and it worked. And the first thing I did when I found out was I called him in Australia and said, You just won't believe this. Well, of course you would, but anyway. So so I went because of the cells, right? Well, it was all about the cells, but after 10 weeks on it, my cholesterol came down 65 points. So that was like amazing. And I sleep. For the first time in my life, I sleep. I have never been able to sleep, so I got all these other great benefits from the product. And I now have an amazing dear friend in my life forever.
Love these stories.